We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go!
They'll run on first down. Jeffries, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Jeffries. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
On 2nd down now, Hadley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jeffries, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. It got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. It's out here. It's out here.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on a catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. That's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
26, Ravens 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And able to get this one across the 35 before he's brought down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10.
Now Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Wilson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Quit talking about it. Mike 42, Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Rip left. Check 37. You got time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They end up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, it's complete to Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On third down, Jackson. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Hey, we got D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to take another shot here.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. He's got the hook up to Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving him up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. They go play action now. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Let's go.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An option handoff here to Mixon. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And running with power here. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Ravens 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game and trusted.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Wilson going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Joe Mixon. And fights through one man.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a save. A big offensive explosion help leading